Hundreds of years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah prophesied about the event. And here's what he wrote, as is recorded in the book of Isaiah, the 7th chapter, the 14th verse. And this is what is written. The Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel. Shepherds had seen the baby Jesus, they spread the word concerning what they had been told about this child. And all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said to them. And Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, which were just as they had been told by the angels.
Reminds us that Christ is known by many names. Tonight, we again light the outer candles of the Advent wreath to remind ourselves that Christ is known to us as Emmanuel, Son of Man, Example, and Lord. He is our hope, love, joy, and peace, now and forevermore. May our lives reflect His light in our world. The center candle is the Christ candle. Tonight we remember him as the Son of God.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, so that everyone who believes in him may not perish, but have everlasting life.
As he was once born in Bethlehem, may he be born also in the lives of each of us.
Shepherds had seen the baby Jesus, they spread the word concerning what they had been told about this child. And all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said to them. And Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, which were just as they had been told by the angels.
Just too much trouble to go shopping and buy Christmas gifts for all of her children and grandchildren. So that year she decided to just put a check and a card for each one of her descendants as a Christmas gift. A few days after she mailed all the cards, Grandma suddenly remembered she had forgotten to put the checks in the card. Can you imagine the shock on the children and grandchildren when they opened these cards from Grandma, expecting a check, and what they saw was a message, buy your own presents. You know, it takes a little more time to be prepared. So if you haven't realized it, I want to tell you now, it's getting late to get prepared for Christmas Day. It's past time to finish trimming your tree. It's too late to start making cookies and making fudge or hanging the wreath. It's too late to go shopping for those last-minute gifts and attach the tags and put on the bows. It's past time to prepare the lessons and the sermons. It's actually past time to get ready for Christmas. We have less than 4 hours left until Christmas Day. The last few hours of the season of Advent, when we look forward to the coming, and remember the coming of Christ, our Emmanuel, our Lord, our example. Sometimes I wonder, with all the preparation that goes on in the world, if we have even started to take time to prepare our hearts for the season that we're celebrating. So often we fail to heed the words that were read in Isaiah, to prepare the words for the Lord and to make straight in the wilderness a highway for our King. Those words were fulfilled in the life of John the Baptist, but they're also our words. We need to prepare the way for the Lord in our own hearts and in our own lives every day. There are 2 ways you can prepare your heart for Christ and for Christmas. First, Jesus said we have to become as a little child. A small boy was writing a letter to God one day just before Christmas about all the Christmas gifts that he wanted so badly. And he wrote down, God, I've been good for 6 months now. And after he wrote it, he stopped and he pondered a little bit. And then he went back and he scratched out 6 months and wrote 3 months. After another little pause, he went back and got his letter to God, and he scratched it out and he wrote in 2 weeks. And after a little while, he was just frustrated, and he crossed out the 2 weeks, and he got up and he went over to the table where his family had the little nativity scene that held the figurines of Mary and Joseph. And he picked up the figure of Mary, and he went back to his writing, and he started again. Dear God, if you ever want to see your mother again...